दिल है, एक दिल है, एक दिल ही तो है। मेरा दिल है, मेरा दिल है, मेरा दिल ही तो है।
तुझे प्यार से देखने वाला, तुझे अपना समझने वाला, एक दिल है, एक दिल है, एक दिल ही तो है। मेरा दिल है, मेरा दिल है, मेरा दिल ही तो है।
सबको मैं आज दिल भर छोड़ के आई, रस्मों के कसमों के सारे बंधन तोड़ के आई।
देखो मैं तो देखो सोने यार को जब पल के उठाऊं, जिंदगी बना के मेरी जान को मैं सांसों में बसाऊं।
तेरे इश्क में डूबने वाला, तुझे दिल है, एक दिल है, एक दिल ही तो है। मेरा दिल है, मेरा दिल है, मेरा दिल ही तो है।
आजा तेरी सुनी सुनी मांग को मैं तारों से भर दूं, सजनी दीवानी सारी उम्र अब मैं तेरे नाम कर दूं।
सारी दुनिया को मैं तो भूल बैठी बाहों में आके, ऐसा लगा सब कुछ पा लिया है तेरा प्यार पाके।
तेरे ख्वाब सजाने वाला, तेरी दुनिया बसाने वाला, एक दिल है, एक दिल है, एक दिल ही तो है। मेरा दिल है, मेरा दिल है, हाँ दिल ही तो है।
तुझे प्यार से देखने वाला,
तुझे अपना समझने वाला,
एक दिल है,
एक दिल है,
एक दिल ही तो है।
मेरा दिल है,
मेरा दिल है,
हाँ दिल ही तो है। एक दिल है, मेरा दिल है, हाँ दिल ही तो है।
तेरे माथे की बिंदिया चमकती रहे, तेरे हाथों की मेहंदी महकती रहे, तेरे जोड़े की रौनक सलामत रहे, तेरी चूड़ी हमेशा खनकती रहे। मुबारक हो तुमको ये शादी तुम्हारी, मुबारक हो तुमको ये शादी तुम्हारी। सदा खुश रहो तुम, दुआ है हमारी। तुम्हारे कदम चूमे ये दुनिया सारी, तुम्हारे कदम चूमे ये दुनिया सारी। सदा खुश रहो तुम, दुआ है हमारी। मुबारक हो तुमको ये शादी तुम्हारी, सदा खुश रहो तुम, दुआ है हमारी। इश्क में बेकरारी मिले ना तुम्हें, इश्क में बेकरारी। सदा खुश रहो तुम, दुआ है हमारी। मुबारक हो तुमको ये शादी तुम्हारी, सदा खुश रहो तुम, दुआ है हमारी। सफर छोड़े जाते, न रस्मों रिवाजों को तुम भूल जाना। जो ली है कसम तो इसे तुम निभाना। कि हमने तो तन्हा उम्र है गुजारी, कि हमने तो तन्हा उम्र है गुजारी। सदा खुश रहो ये दुआ है हमारी। तुम्हारे कदम चूमे ये दुनिया सारी, तुम्हारे कदम चूमे ये दुनिया सारी। सदा खुश रहो तुम, दुआ है हमारी। मुबारक हो तुमको ये शादी तुम्हारी, सदा खुश रहो तुम, दुआ है हमारी। जिंदगी में तुम बहार बनके। आए हो मेरी जिंदगी में तुम बहार बनके। आए हो मेरी जिंदगी में तुम बहार बनके। मेरे दिल में यूं ही रहना, हाय मेरे दिल में यूं ही रहना। तुम प्यार प्यार बनके। आए हो मेरी जिंदगी में तुम बहार बनके। आंखों में तुम बसे हो सपने हजार बनके। आंखों में तुम बसे हो सपने हजार बनके। मेरे दिल में यूं ही रहना, हाय मेरे दिल में यूं ही रहना। तुम प्यार प्यार बनके। आए हो मेरी जिंदगी में तुम बहार बनके। ना शौक थी हवाएं न खुशबू मन चली थी। आया है अब के मौसम कैसा खुमार बनके। आया है अब के मौसम कैसा खुमार बनके। मेरे दिल में यूं ही रहना, आए हो मेरी जिंदगी में तुम बहार बनके। मन का नगर था खाली सूखी पड़ी थी डाली। मन का नगर था खाली सूखी पड़ी थी डाली। होली के रंग फीके बेनूर थी दिवाली। रिमझिम बरस पड़े हो तुम तो फुहार बनके। रिमझिम बरस पड़े हो तुम तो फुहार बनके। मेरे दिल में यूं ही रहना, हाय मेरे दिल में यूं ही रहना। तुम प्यार प्यार बनके। आए हो मेरी जिंदगी में तुम बहार बनके। आंखों में तुम बसे हो सपने हजार बनके। मेरे दिल में यूं ही रहना, हाय मेरे दिल में यूं ही रहना। तुम प्यार प्यार बनके। आए हो मेरी जिंदगी में तुम बहार बनके। आए हो मेरी जिंदगी में तुम बहार बनके। आए हो मेरी जिंदगी
मिला करो। कोई शिकवा अगर हो और शिकायत अगर हो हमसे गिला करो, पर तुम मिला करो। किया है हाँ मैंने भी प्यार किया है।
हम प्यार है तुम्हारे, दिलदार है तुम्हारे, हमसे मिला करो, हमसे मिला करो।
कैसे मैं बताऊं ये मुश्किल राज है, कल आए ना कभी जो है वो आज है। मेरी जान पास आके बोल दो मुस्कुरा के, चुप न रहा करो, चुप न रहा करो। कोई शिकवा अगर हो और शिकायत अगर हो हमसे गिला करो, पर तुम मिला करो। फूलों की वादियाँ बर्फीले रास्ते है जाने तमन्ना सब तेरे वास्ते।
फूलों में है चुभन, सर्दी में अगन है, सांसों में रात दिन ये कैसी जलन है।
ठंडी हवाएं कह रही हैं फिजाएं, यूं न जला करो, यूं न जला करो। कोई शिकवा अगर हो और शिकायत अगर हो हमसे गिला करो, पर तुम मिला करो। हम प्यार हैं तुम्हारे, दिलदार हैं तुम्हारे, हमसे मिला करो, हमसे मिला करो। कोई शिकवा अगर हो और शिकायत अगर हो हमसे गिला करो, पर तुम मिला मिला करो। हाँ मैंने भी प्यार किया है।
ओ लड़के दीवाने कहाँ से आया तू, दुल्हन को ले जाने कहाँ से आया तू। ओ लड़के दीवाने कहाँ से आया तू, दुल्हन को ले जाने कहाँ से आया तू।
चल प्यार करेगी,
हाँ जी हाँ जी,
मेरे साथ चलेगी।
ना जी ना जी,
हो चल प्यार करेगी,
हाँ जी हाँ जी,
ओ मेरे साथ चलेगी।
ना जी ना जी।
अरे तू हाँ कर या ना कर तेरी मर्जी सोनिए, हम तुझको उठा कर ले जाएंगे, डोली में बिठा कर ले जाएंगे।
हम घर में कहीं छुप जाएंगे, संग तेरे नहीं हम जाएंगे।
हो चल प्यार करेगी,
हाँ जी हाँ जी,
मेरे साथ चलेगी।
ना जी ना जी।
अरे तू हाँ कर या ना कर तेरी मर्जी सोनिए, हम तुझको उठा कर ले जाएंगे, अरे डोली में बिठा कर ले जाएंगे।
हम घर में कहीं छुप जाएंगे, संग तेरे नहीं हम जाएंगे।
जब प्यार करेगी,
हाँ जी हाँ जी।
ओ गोरे गोरे मुखड़े वाली, ओ काले काले नैनों वाली, मान मेरा एहसान कि मैंने हाँ कर दी, तू वरना कुंवारी रह जाती, ये शादी हमारी रह जाती, तू वरना कुंवारी रह जाती, ये शादी हमारी रह जाती। चल प्यार करेगी,
हाँ जी हाँ जी,
मेरे साथ चलेगी।
ना जी ना जी। जा मैं नहीं करती शादी-वादी, मुझको प्यारी है ये आजादी। मैं तो अपने बाबुल के बाहों की बुलबुल हूँ, बस तुझसे मुझे ये कहना है, पिंजरे में मुझे नहीं रहना है।
बस तुझसे मुझे ये कहना है, पिंजरे में मुझे नहीं रहना है।
चल प्यार करेगी,
हाँ जी हाँ जी,
वो मेरे साथ चलेगी।
ना जी ना जी।
आँखों से काजल ले जाएंगे, जुल्फों के बादल ले जाएंगे, अरे हम आए हैं दूर से यूं वापस ना जाएंगे, हम अपनी सजनियां ले जाएंगे, अरे हम अपनी
हम अपनी सजनिया ले जाएंगे, अरे हम अपनी दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे। प्यार करेगी,
हाँ जी हाँ जी,
मेरे साथ चलेगी,
ना जी ना जी।
अरे तू हाँ कर या ना कर तेरी मर्जी सोनिए, हम तुझको उठा कर ले जाएंगे, अरे डोली में बिठा कर ले जाएंगे।
हम घर में कहीं छुप जाएंगे, संग तेरे नहीं हम जाएंगे।
हम अपनी सजनिया ले जाएंगे, हम अपनी दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे, हाँ। हम अपनी सजनिया ले जाएंगे, अरे हम अपनी दुल्हनिया ले जाएंगे।
मेहंदी है मेहंदी, मेहंदी है मेहंदी, मेहंदी है मेहंदी, मेहंदी है मेहंदी। शर्माना ऐसे बंदों ने, अब जाना है घर तुझको साजन के, चलेंगे हम भी तेरे संग, तेरे दहेज में तेरे घर साजन के।
तुझको ही दुल्हन बनाऊंगा, तुझको ही दुल्हन बनाऊंगा, वरना कवारा मर जाऊंगा। तुझको ही दुल्हन बनाऊंगा, वरना कवारा मर जाऊंगा।
जाके जोगन बन जाऊंगी, संग तेरे नाम आऊंगी, सबसे मैं ये कह जाऊंगी, तुझको ना दूल्हा बनाऊंगी, तुझको ना दूल्हा बनाऊंगी, चाहे कंवारी मर जाऊंगी, तुझको ना दूल्हा बनाऊंगी, चाहे कंवारी मर जाऊंगी।
तेरे लिए लाऊंगा बिंदिया चांद सितारों की, हाँ तेरे लिए लाऊंगा बिंदिया चांद सितारों की, पहनाऊंगा चुनर मैं तुझको नई बहारों की।
अरे चार कवारे मुझ पे डोरे डाल तू ऐसे, मेरे आगे पीछे फिरते हैं तेरे जैसे।
नखरे ना कर दीवानी, अब मान भी जाओ रानी,
ना बनेगी तेरी कहानी, चल छोड़ दे ये मनमानी,
तुझको ही छल्ला पहनाऊंगा, हाँ, तुझको ही छल्ला पहनाऊंगा, वरना कवारा मर जाऊंगा।
जाके जोगन बन जाऊंगी, संग तेरे नाम आऊंगी, सबसे मैं ये कह जाऊंगी, तुझको ना दूल्हा बनाऊंगी, चाहे कंवारी
तुझको ही दुल्हन बनाऊंगा, वरना कवारा मर जाऊंगा। ओ ये जिद छोड़ दे, नाता जोड़ दे, रब का नाम ले, दामन थाम ले, मान भी ले तू मेरा कहना,
साथ तेरे नहीं मुझको रहना,
कब डोली बारात में लाऊं,
कैसे तुझको मैं समझाऊं।
क्या तूने ये सोच लिया है?
हाँ मैंने ये सोच लिया है,
यारो जहर की पुड़िया लाओ,
ये पागल है इसे बचाओ।
तेरे बिना मुझको नहीं जीना,
करना ऐसी खता कभी ना,
मुझको अब ये जहर है पीना।
जख्मी दिल मुझको नहीं सीना,
छोड़ के दुनिया चला मैं चला, छोड़ के दुनिया चला मैं चला, छोड़ के दुनिया चला मैं चला।
इसकी जान गई रे, लगता इसकी जान गई रे, लगता इसकी जान गई रे।
इसे कहो मैं मान गई रे, इसे कहो मैं मान गई रे, इसे कहो मैं मान गई रे। लो मैं मान गई, हाँ मैं मान गई, तेरे प्यार को मैं पहचान गई, तुझको ही दूल्हा बनाऊंगी, तुझसे ही शादी रचाऊंगी, वरना कंवारी मर जाऊंगी, तुझको ही दूल्हा बनाऊंगी, वरना कंवारी मर जाऊंगी। La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la। है ना बोलो, है ना बोलो, दिल ये मेरा खो गया, हाय ये क्या हो गया, ये कैसे हो गया, ये कैसे हो गया।
होते होते हो गया, होते होते हो गया, होते होते हो गया। है ना बोलो, है ना बोलो।
दिल ये मेरा खो गया, हाय ये क्या हो गया, ये कैसे हो गया, ये कैसे हो गया, होते होते हो गया, होते होते
क्या दिन होगा वो जब तू बनेगी दुल्हन। रोएगा दिल मेरा फिर भी नाचे गाएगा, दरवाजे पे तेरे बारात लाएगा। गाता मुस्कुराता तेरा भैया रह जाएगा, गाता मुस्कुराता तेरा भैया रह जाएगा। दरवाजे पे तेरे बारात लाएगा, डोली में बिठा के तुझे ले जाएगा। गाता मुस्कुराता तेरा भैया रह जाएगा।
आएगा दूल्हा आएगा, आएगा दूल्हा आएगा।
ये मेरा जीवन सपना मेरे दिल की चाहत है, तेरे हाथों में अब से मेरे प्यार की किस्मत है। पूजा है हमेशा मैंने जिसके सुंदर मुखड़े को, अब सौंप रहा हूँ तुझको ऐसे दिल के टुकड़े को। वफा की मोहब्बत की मूरत है तू, तेरा धर्म सेवा है औरत है तू। वो दिन आ गया अब तू बनी है दुल्हन। मर के भी ये भाई तेरे नाज उठाएगा, दरवाजे पे तेरे बारात लाएगा। गाता मुस्कुराता तेरा भैया रह जाएगा, गाता मुस्कुराता तेरा भैया रह जाएगा। दरवाजे पे तेरे बारात लाएगा, डोली में बिठा के तुझे ले जाएगा। गाता मुस्कुराता तेरा भैया रह जाएगा, गाता मुस्कुराता तेरा भैया रह जाएगा।
बाबुल का घर छोड़ के बेटी पिया के घर चली। बाबुल का घर छोड़ के बेटी पिया के घर चली। ये कैसी घड़ी आई है, मिलन है जुदाई है। ये कैसी घड़ी आई है, मिलन है जुदाई है।
बाबुल का घर छोड़ के बेटी पिया के घर चली। ये कैसी घड़ी आई है, मिलन है जुदाई है। मेरा कौन यहाँ रह पाए। बिन बेटे का बाप भी देखो बेटी का ब्याह रचाए। रोके रुके ना आंसू की धारा, आँख छलकती जाए। बाबुल का घर छोड़ के बेटी पिया के घर चली। ये कैसी घड़ी आई है, मिलन है जुदाई है। ये कैसी घड़ी आई है, मिलन है जुदाई है।
बाबुल का घर छोड़ के बेटी पिया के घर चली। ये कैसी घड़ी आई है, मिलन है जुदाई है। मिलन है जुदाई है, मिलन है जुदाई है, मिलन है जुदाई है।
उठा ले जाऊंगा तुझे मैं डोली में, उठा ले जाऊंगा तुझे मैं डोली में। देखती रह जाएंगी सखियां तुम्हारी। उठा ले जाऊंगा तुझे मैं डोली में, देखती रह जाएंगी सखियां तुम्हारी। तुमको मुझसे प्यार है, प्यार है, प्यार। तुमको मुझसे प्यार है, प्यार है, प्यार।
तेरे घर आऊंगी, दुल्हन बन जाऊंगी। तेरे घर आऊंगी, दुल्हन बन जाऊंगी। अकेली रह जाएंगी सखियां बेचारी। तुमको मुझसे प्यार है, प्यार है, प्यार। तुमको मुझसे प्यार है, प्यार है, प्यार।
उठा ले जाऊंगा तुझे मैं डोली में, देखती रह जाएंगी सखियां तुम्हारी।
ओ आ ओ
बजेगी ढोलक बजेंगे ताशे मेरी सगाई में। कभी तो खनकेगी मेरी चूड़ी तेरी कलाई में।
सनम हथेली में तेरी मेहंदी लगा के बैठूंगी। तेरी मोहब्बत की शौक बिंदिया सजा के बैठूंगी। तेरा इंतजार है, प्यार है, प्यार। तेरा इंतजार है, प्यार है, प्यार।
उठा ले जाऊंगा तुझे मैं डोली में, देखती रह जाएंगी सखियां तुम्हारी। तुमको दीवाने दिल ने इसे न तड़पाओ। जवान मौसम गुजर न जाए करीब आ जाओ।
सजन जुदाई भला यूं कब तक हमें सताएगी। तो सब्र कर ले घड़ी मिलन की जरूर आएगी।
मुझे एतबार है प्यार है प्यार, मुझे एतबार है प्यार है प्यार। उठा ले जाऊंगा तुझे मैं डोली में, देखती रह जाएंगी सखियां तुम्हारी। तुमको मुझसे प्यार है प्यार है प्यार, तुमको मुझसे प्यार है प्यार है प्यार।
तेरे घर आऊंगी दुल्हन बन जाऊंगी, अकेली रह जाएंगी सखियां बेचारी। ओ आ ओ आ।
रात को आऊंगा मैं तुझे ले जाऊंगा मैं, फिल्म दिखाऊंगा मैं सैर कराऊंगा मैं। रात को आऊंगा मैं तुझे ले जाऊंगा मैं, फिल्म दिखाऊंगा मैं सैर कराऊंगा मैं।
चोरी से आना चुपके से जाना अच्छी नहीं दिल लगी।
मुझसे शादी करोगी, मुझसे शादी करोगी। रात को आऊंगा मैं तुझे ले जाऊंगा मैं, फिल्म दिखाऊंगा मैं सैर कराऊंगा मैं।
चोरी से आना चुपके से जाना अच्छी नहीं दिल लगी।
मुझसे शादी करोगी, मुझसे शादी करोगी।
तेरे ख्यालों में खोया ये मन है।
शादी का वादा है ना समझो फन है।
मेरी तरफ से तो ये रिश्ता डन है, दुनिया की ये जोड़ी तो नंबर 1 है।
दुनिया घुमाऊंगा मैं ऐश कराऊंगा मैं, इसको ले जाऊंगा मैं डिनर कराऊंगा मैं।
रातों को आना हमको सताना अच्छी नहीं दिल लगी।
मुझसे शादी करोगी, मुझसे शादी करोगी।
हो जाए जीवन में अब चाहे जो भी।
दूल्हा बनूंगा मैं दुल्हन तू होगी।
राधे शाम के जैसे है जोड़ी, तोड़े से भी जाएगी ना ये तोड़ी।
मंदिर ले जाऊंगा मैं पूजा कराऊंगा मैं, नारियल चढ़ाऊंगा मैं चंदन लगाऊंगा मैं।
मंदिर ले जाना पूजा कराना करना नहीं दिल लगी।
मुझसे शादी करोगी, मुझसे शादी करोगी। स्टाइल यारा बस कट्टू कट है।
उत्तर शक्ल से तो लगता तू जट है, आशिक है आखिर तेरा अपना वट है।
लस्सी पिलाऊंगा मैं, पेड़े खिलाऊंगा मैं, मालिश कराऊंगा मैं, कुश्ती दिखाऊंगा मैं।
करके बहाना हमको पटाना, अच्छी नहीं दिल लगी।
मुझसे शादी करोगी, मुझसे शादी करोगी।
तुझसे शादी करूंगी, तुझसे शादी करूंगी।
When we talk about the United States, we often imagine a country of wealth, power, and global influence. But beneath the surface of skyscrapers, suburban neighborhoods, and high-tech hubs lies a different reality. Across the nation, poverty and homelessness have become persistent crises, reshaping communities and straining resources. And in some states, the challenges are more severe than anywhere else. To understand this unraveling, we need to look closely at the states collapsing fastest under the weight of poverty, inequality, and housing instability. Each state has its own history, its own economy, and its own struggles. But together they paint a sobering picture of a nation grappling with deep internal fractures. Let's begin by considering the broader context. Poverty in America isn't simply about a lack of money. It's about systemic barriers, limited access to affordable housing, healthcare, education, and stable jobs. It's about wages that haven't kept up with the rising cost of living. And homelessness isn't just people living on the streets. It's families crammed into motels, workers sleeping in their cars, and children without a stable place to do homework. With these realities in mind, the following states stand out not just because of their statistics, but because of how rapidly conditions are deteriorating, leaving communities struggling to cope. California is often thought of as the land of opportunity, a place of sunshine, innovation, and Hollywood glamour. But for millions of residents, life here is far from golden. California has the largest homeless population in the country, with entire tent cities stretching across urban sidewalks in Los Angeles, San Francisco, and Oakland. High housing costs are a major driver. Median home prices in many areas have soared well above $500,000. And rents have risen to levels that consume half or more of an average paycheck. Even people with jobs, including teachers, nurses, and service workers, find themselves unable to afford stable housing. At the same time, the state's poverty rate, when adjusted for cost of living, is among the highest in the country. California represents the paradox of wealth and destitution existing side by side, and its rapid decline is visible to anyone walking through its urban cores. Moving eastward, we find Mississippi, one of the poorest states in the nation. Here, the crisis takes a different form. Unlike California, the problem isn't sky-high rents, but stagnant wages, limited job opportunities, and underfunded public services. Mississippi consistently ranks at the bottom in terms of median household income, with many families surviving on less than $25,000 a year. Healthcare access is another crippling issue. Hospital closures in rural areas have left many communities without emergency care or adequate medical facilities. For the homeless population, this means fewer shelters, fewer resources, and a higher risk of untreated illnesses. Poverty in Mississippi is deeply tied to generations of economic inequality, and it has left whole counties in persistent distress with limited upward mobility. Another state struggling under the combined weight of poverty and housing instability is Louisiana, known for its rich culture and resilience in the face of natural disasters. Louisiana has nevertheless faced economic decline in many of its regions. The aftermath of hurricanes has displaced thousands. And while rebuilding efforts often make headlines, many residents never fully recover. New Orleans in particular has a visible homelessness crisis, with individuals and families pushed out of neighborhoods by gentrification and rising rents. Add to this the state's high poverty rate, one of the highest in the nation, and you begin to see a cycle of displacement and hardship. Jobs in industries like oil and gas, once the backbone of Louisiana's economy, have become less reliable, leaving many without steady income to support housing needs. Turning to West Virginia, the decline is striking in a different way. Once fueled by coal mining and heavy industry, the state has been hit hard by economic restructuring and the opioid epidemic. Entire towns that once thrived on mining jobs are now struggling with unemployment, addiction, and widespread poverty. Homelessness here often looks different than in California or New York. It's more hidden, with people living in cars, abandoned buildings, or doubling up with relatives in overcrowded homes. Rural poverty is often harder to track, but no less devastating. Limited access to healthcare, job training, and educational opportunities means that families remain stuck in cycles of hardship with few options for escape. In Arizona, the crisis is amplified by rapid population growth combined with limited affordable housing. Cities like Phoenix and Tucson have seen rising homelessness numbers year after year, fueled by skyrocketing rental prices and stagnant wages. The desert climate adds another dangerous dimension, with homeless individuals exposed to extreme heat during the summer months, leading to severe health risks. Shelters are often overwhelmed, unable to meet the rising demand, and many end up living in encampments across public spaces. Meanwhile, indigenous communities across Arizona experience poverty rates far higher than the state average. Reflecting long-standing inequities in access to resources and infrastructure, Hawaii presents another paradox, similar to California's. Tourists arrive to see paradise, but for thousands of residents, the islands have become unaffordable. Hawaii has some of the highest housing costs in the nation, and even basic necessities like food and fuel are more expensive due to the state's reliance on imports. Many working families simply cannot keep up, and homelessness has become a visible issue, with encampments on beaches and near highways. For locals who have lived on the islands for generations, the rising cost of living has pushed many to leave, while those who remain face an increasingly unsustainable situation. The beauty of Hawaii hides a deep crisis of affordability and displacement. In Arkansas, poverty has been a long-standing issue. Much like Mississippi, the state struggles with low wages, limited economic opportunities, and underfunded social services. Rural communities in particular suffer from a lack of infrastructure, leaving families without reliable healthcare, transportation, or housing support. Homelessness may not appear as concentrated as in urban centers like Los Angeles or New York, but is very much present, often hidden in rural pockets where shelters are scarce and social networks are strained. For many families, poverty means tough choices whether to pay for food, utilities, or rent, with one crisis often leading to the loss of stable housing. Alabama faces a similar challenge. While its cities like Birmingham and Montgomery show signs of growth, large portions of the state remain mired in poverty. The cost of housing is not as extreme as in California, but wages are so low that many families still struggle to afford even modest homes or apartments. Homelessness often intersects with health challenges here, especially in communities where access to medical care is limited. In some areas, the closure of manufacturing plants has left residents without stable employment, forcing them to rely on low-wage jobs that offer little security. Homelessness among veterans is particularly concerning in Alabama, highlighting the gaps in the social safety net. New Mexico offers yet another perspective on this national crisis. With one of the highest poverty rates in the country, the state has long struggled with economic instability. Indigenous communities, in particular, experience high rates of poverty and housing insecurity, often without access to adequate infrastructure or support services. In urban areas like Albuquerque, homelessness has become a highly visible problem, with encampments spreading across city parks and sidewalks. Substance abuse and untreated mental health conditions contribute to the crisis, while shelters and affordable housing units remain insufficient to meet the growing demand. Poverty in New Mexico is deeply tied to structural issues, including underfunded schools and limited job opportunities, which leave families vulnerable to housing instability. Finally, Oregon rounds out this list. While known for its progressive politics and natural beauty, the state has been grappling with a worsening homelessness crisis. Portland in particular has become a flashpoint, with visible encampments, rising crime concerns, and debates over how to handle the issue. High housing costs, combined with an influx of new residents, have driven up rents and priced out many long-time residents. For individuals with low or moderate incomes, finding stable housing has become increasingly difficult. Mental health and addiction services are strained, leaving many without the support needed to escape cycles of homelessness. Even smaller cities across Oregon are now struggling with the same pressures, revealing how widespread the crisis has become. Taken together, these states illustrate the many different faces of poverty and homelessness in America. In some, like California and Hawaii, the crisis is driven by extreme housing costs that even middle-class families cannot keep up with. In others, like Mississippi and West Virginia, the roots lie in long-term economic decline, lack of opportunity, and generational poverty. For states like Arizona, Oregon, and New Mexico, rapid growth and inadequate infrastructure have created conditions where homelessness escalates quickly. And in places like Louisiana, Alabama, and Arkansas, natural disasters, health crises, and low wages all intersect to create instability. It is important to remember that these crises are not just numbers or abstract trends. They are lived realities for millions of American children growing up without stable homes. Workers forced to sleep in cars, families skipping meals to pay rent, and communities stretched thin trying to provide support. Each state's decline is shaped by its own unique circumstances. But the overall pattern is unmistakable. Poverty and homelessness are no longer fringe issues. They are central to understanding the challenges America faces today. The ripple effects are enormous. Schools struggle when children lack stable housing, as attendance drops and learning becomes more difficult. Healthcare systems face strain as untreated conditions worsen among the poor and homeless. Local governments grapple with how to respond, balancing compassion with concerns about public safety and budgets. And for the broader economy, a population weighed down by poverty represents lost potential people unable to fully contribute, innovate, or thrive because they are locked in survival mode. When viewed together, these 10 states highlight a broader national emergency. While the specifics may differ, whether it's California's housing crisis, Mississippi's entrenched poverty, or Oregon's overwhelmed support systems, the underlying theme is clear. Economic inequality, rising costs, and inadequate safety nets are eroding the stability of entire communities. The collapse is not sudden, like a building falling in a storm, but gradual, like a slow-motion unraveling of the social fabric. And it is happening before our eyes. Air travel has long been a symbol of global connectivity. In an interconnected world, airlines play a crucial role in linking countries, fostering tourism, and supporting economies. For decades, the United States has been a hub for international flights, with millions of visitors arriving every year to explore its cities, landscapes, and culture. However, in 2025, a surprising and unsettling trend is beginning to take shape. 6 major airlines have announced they will be pulling out of the U.S. market. This shift signals more than just changes in airline routes. It represents a larger collapse in international tourism, a retreat from American airports, and a growing sense of uncertainty in the global travel landscape. To understand the gravity of this situation, it's essential to break down why these airlines are making such a bold move. For years, the U.S. was one of the most sought-after destinations for international travelers. The nation's iconic cities like New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago attracted millions of tourists every year. However, the reasons why these airlines are stepping back from the U.S. are manifold, rooted in a combination of rising operational costs, shifting travel patterns, safety concerns, and changing political landscapes. One major reason for the withdrawal of these airlines is the increasing costs of operating in the U.S. airlines. Particularly international ones have been dealing with rising fuel prices, inflation, and the need to invest in newer, more efficient fleets. The U.S. has long been known for its high operational costs. When it comes to airports, air traffic control, and fuel taxes, these expenses, combined with the significant costs of maintaining an international route, have made the U.S. a less profitable market for many airlines. In addition to higher operating costs, airlines are facing a slowdown in demand for flights to the U.S. One of the driving forces behind this decline is the rapidly changing political climate. Over the past several years, political instability in the U.S. has created an uncertain environment for international visitors. From contentious immigration policies to the rise of anti-foreign rhetoric, many potential tourists are now looking elsewhere when it comes to travel destinations. The perception of the U.S. as a welcoming and safe place to visit has shifted dramatically. For countries that have a close relationship with the U.S., these political changes have resulted in a decrease in tourism. And with that, a decrease in demand for international flights to American airports. The geopolitical landscape also plays a crucial role in the changing dynamics of global air travel. As other countries, particularly in Europe, the Middle East, and Asia, become more politically and economically stable, travelers are increasingly opting for destinations that offer both safety and cultural appeal. Countries like Japan, France, and the UAE, with their own vibrant tourism industries, are becoming more appealing alternatives to the United States. These destinations not only offer a safe, welcoming environment, but also are easier to access with more direct flights and competitive pricing. Beyond the political and financial challenges, there's also the issue of airport congestion and customer experience. Overcrowded terminals, delayed flights, long security lines, and a general lack of convenience have all contributed to a growing sense of dissatisfaction among travelers. Airports in the U.S., particularly major hubs like JFK in New York, Los Angeles International, and Miami International, have been criticized for poor infrastructure, outdated facilities, and long wait times. As international travelers have more options for destinations, the U.S. airports simply aren't as appealing as they once were. In addition to the operational difficulties, airlines are also facing stiff competition within the domestic market. U.S.-based airlines like American Airlines, Delta, and United have been focusing more on catering to the needs of domestic passengers, especially in light of the pandemic. While the pandemic hit international travel hard, domestic travel boomed, and U.S. carriers responded by strengthening their domestic networks, offering more routes and cheaper flights to U.S. travelers. This shift in focus has left international airlines with fewer options for profitable routes to the U.S. Tourism has always been a major driver of the U.S. economy, and this new development signals that the flow of international tourists is dwindling. For the U.S., which has relied heavily on tourism to boost its economy and create jobs, the loss of these international flights will have serious repercussions. Fewer tourists will mean fewer bookings for hotels, fewer visits to restaurants and attractions, and less revenue for the broader tourism and hospitality sectors. The loss of these airlines doesn't just affect the U.S. economy. It impacts the global travel ecosystem. For the airlines that are pulling out of the U.S., these decisions often stem from the need to reallocate resources to more profitable routes. With the rise of low-cost carriers and increasing competition from both domestic and international players, many airlines are choosing to reduce their presence in the U.S. and focus on routes that are more financially viable. For travelers, this shift will be felt in the form of fewer flight options, longer travel times, and potentially higher ticket prices. As airlines pull back from the U.S., travelers may find themselves facing longer layovers, fewer direct flights, or increased competition for the remaining flight slots. This could also make travel to the U.S. more complicated and costly, as fewer airlines are offering routes to American cities. The impact is also likely to extend to the broader global tourism industry. While international travelers are no longer as eager to visit the U.S., destinations in Europe, Asia, and Latin America are seeing increased demand. These regions are benefiting from the shifting trends, with airlines increasing their routes and services to meet the growing demand. Cities in Europe, particularly those with strong cultural, historical, and economic appeal, are experiencing a surge in visitors as tourists turn to destinations they perceive as safer, more affordable, and more welcoming. The rise of new tourism destinations is another significant factor in the decline of U.S. tourism. Countries like Brazil, Mexico, and Thailand have capitalized on the changing travel landscape, offering tourists affordable options, beautiful landscapes, and rich cultural experiences. These countries are not only attracting tourists with lower prices, but also with improved infrastructure, higher quality services, and more seamless travel experiences. This shift represents a broader trend in the tourism industry, where destinations that were once considered off the beaten path are now gaining in popularity, leaving traditional tourist hubs like the U.S. to face a decline in their market share. Looking forward, the outlook for the U.S. tourism industry is uncertain. with airlines pulling out and international tourists choosing other destinations. The U.S. faces an uphill battle to regain its position as a top destination for global travelers. Changes in politics, travel costs, and the overall visitor experience will need to be addressed if the country hopes to reverse these trends. It will require a concerted effort from the U.S. government, airlines, and the broader tourism industry to rebuild trust with international travelers and make the U.S. a more attractive destination once again. For travelers planning to visit the U.S. in the near future, they may find themselves navigating a less convenient, more expensive, and potentially more frustrating travel experience. With fewer airlines operating routes to the U.S., travelers will need to plan ahead, adjust their expectations, and explore new ways to get to their desired destinations. Similarly, for U.S. residents who rely on international tourism for their livelihoods, the impact of these airline withdrawals will be felt. Not just in terms of lost revenue, but also in the loss of jobs and opportunities that come with a thriving tourism industry. At its core, the decline of international air travel to the U.S. is a sign of a larger shift in the global tourism industry. The days when the U.S. was the go-to destination for tourists from around the world may be numbered. As political tensions rise, costs continue to climb, and new destinations emerged with more competitive offerings. The United States must rethink its approach to attracting visitors. Without significant changes, the trend of airlines pulling out and tourists abandoning America may only continue, signaling a new era for the global travel market. The question now remains: what can be done to stem this tide? Will the U.S. be able to adapt and reassert its dominance in the global tourism market? Or will it become a secondary option for travelers seeking new, safer, and more affordable destinations? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain: the tourism landscape in the U.S. is undergoing a dramatic transformation, and the consequences will be felt for years to come. Tourism has always been one of the cornerstones of the American economy, from the bustling streets of New York to the natural wonders of the Grand Canyon. The United States has been a magnet for tourists from all over the world. In fact, before the pandemic, tourism in the U.S. was one of the largest sectors contributing to the economy, with millions of visitors flocking to American cities and landmarks every year. But recently, a troubling trend has begun to emerge. The once reliable stream of international tourists is starting to slow down dramatically, especially from key markets like Mexico, Canada, and even Europe. With this ongoing decline, the question now in everyone's minds is, could Brazil be next in this exodus from the U.S.? Let's start by looking at the situation in Mexico. Historically, Mexico has been one of the largest sources of international visitors to the United States. The proximity between the two countries, coupled with the rich cultural exchange, has meant that many Mexican nationals travel to the U.S. for business, tourism, and education. However, in recent years, the flow of tourists from Mexico has significantly decreased. This can be attributed to a number of factors, including rising travel costs, safety concerns, and a growing sense of dissatisfaction with the political climate in the U.S. One of the major reasons why Mexican tourists are choosing to stay away is the increased costs associated with traveling to the U.S. As inflation rises and the cost of living increases, many families in Mexico simply can't afford to make the trip. Airfare and accommodation prices in the U.S. have skyrocketed. And with the current exchange rate, many Mexican tourists find that their money doesn't stretch as far as it used to. While the U.S. still remains a popular destination for many, the affordability factor has made other closer countries like Guatemala or Belize more attractive alternatives. Additionally, safety concerns have played a significant role in deterring Mexican tourists from visiting the U.S. With the rise of violent crime in certain U.S. cities, combined with tense political rhetoric and immigration policies, many people in Mexico feel that traveling to the U.S. is simply not worth the risk. While this isn't the case for every tourist, the overall perception of danger and instability is enough to deter some from making the journey north. Next, let's turn our attention to Canada. Much like Mexico, Canada has historically been one of the largest contributors to U.S. tourism. The two countries share a long border and a common language, making travel between the two relatively simple. However, the trends from Canada show a similar pattern to what's happening with Mexican tourists. Canadians are increasingly choosing to stay home or travel to other countries instead of visiting the United States. The reasons for this are multifaceted. One of the most significant factors is the pandemic. While the US was one of the hardest hit countries in terms of COVID-19, Canada's response was relatively more The Canadian government implemented strict lockdown measures, travel restrictions, and quarantine protocols, which made international travel to the US more complicated and less appealing. Though many of these restrictions have eased, the long-term effects are still being felt, with Canadians now more cautious about traveling to the US. Additionally, Canada has witnessed a surge in domestic tourism, with the pandemic fresh in everyone's mind. Many Canadians have opted to explore their own country rather than venture into the US. Places like Banff, Vancouver, and Quebec have seen an increase in Canadian tourists, and the need for international travel has decreased. When combined with the higher costs of US travel and the growing focus on safety and health protocols, many Canadians have simply chosen to stay closer to home. The European market is also showing signs of staying away from the United States. Europe has always been a major source of international tourists to the US, with travelers flocking to iconic destinations like New York City, the Florida Keys, and the national parks of the western states. However, in recent years, European visitors are beginning to look elsewhere. Economic factors play a role in this shift. The cost of long-haul flights to the US has risen significantly, making destinations in Europe, Asia, or even South America more attractive. Additionally, the strong euro and other European currencies make it easier for Europeans to travel within their own region or to other global destinations that are perceived as safer or more affordable. Beyond financial reasons, political factors have also contributed to the decline in European tourism to the US. The perception of the US as a politically unstable country, particularly after the turbulent years under former President Trump's administration, has caused some Europeans to reconsider traveling there. Issues like immigration policy, gun violence, and civil unrest have made many Europeans uneasy about visiting the US. For many, the image of the US as a safe and welcoming country has eroded, and instead, they are looking for alternatives. So, with Mexico, Canada, and Europe showing signs of pulling back, could Brazil be next in line? Brazil is one of the largest sources of international visitors to the US from Latin America. Many Brazilians travel to the US for tourism, education, and business. The US is seen as a land of opportunity for Brazilians, with many choosing to visit to explore business prospects, attend prestigious universities, or simply enjoy the attractions. But recent trends suggest that even Brazil may not be as eager to travel to the US as it once was. The first major factor here is the rising cost of travel. With the Brazilian real not as strong as it once was, many Brazilians are finding it more difficult to afford trips to the US. The soaring cost of airfare and accommodation, coupled with the increasingly unfavorable exchange rate, means that fewer Brazilians are able to travel to the US for vacations or business. Political tensions between the US and Brazil could also play a role in the decline of Brazilian tourism to the US. Under the leadership of former Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro, relations between the two countries were often strained, particularly around issues like environmental policies and global diplomacy. Though the new Brazilian president, Luiz Lula da Silva, has attempted to improve relations, the effects of the prior administration may still linger, causing some Brazilians to question whether the US is the best destination for their travels. Finally, we can't ignore the growing appeal of other destinations. As the US becomes less affordable and more politically divisive, many Brazilian tourists are opting to visit other countries in the Americas, Europe, and even Asia. Destinations like Argentina, Peru, and even Dubai are becoming more attractive due to lower costs, cultural proximity, and greater political stability. Brazil may be one of the next countries to cut back on US tourism, but it certainly won't be the last. The decline of international visitors to the US is a trend that is likely to continue unless major changes are made in terms of pricing, safety, and political stability. The economic pressures of inflation, higher travel costs, and less favorable exchange rates will continue to make the US an increasingly difficult destination for international tourists. The image of the United States as a safe and welcoming destination is being challenged by political instability, rising crime rates, and policies that many countries around the world perceive as unfriendly or even dangerous. If the U.S. continues down this path, tourism could face an even more significant collapse. What we are witnessing isn't just a temporary dip in tourism. It's a fundamental shift in how the world views America as a destination. Other countries, particularly in the Americas and Europe, are now offering more appealing, safer, and cheaper options for international tourists. If the U.S. doesn't address these challenges soon, it could find itself at the brink of a tourism crisis that affects not just the industry, but the economy as a whole. In conclusion, the decline in U.S. tourism is already visible. With Mexico, Canada, and Europe pulling back, Brazil may very well be next, and the long-term implications for the U.S. tourism industry are serious. It remains to be seen how the government, the hospitality industry, and the general public will respond to this crisis. The situation could improve if safety concerns are addressed, travel costs are lowered, and the perception of the U.S. as a tourist destination is restored. However, if the current trends continue, the tourism collapse may be just the beginning of broader economic challenges. Tourism has always been a cornerstone of the U.S. economy, fueling everything from bustling restaurants to luxury retail stores and even the very heart of local economies in cities across the country. For years, travelers from around the globe flocked to American cities to experience world-class dining, iconic shopping districts, cultural landmarks, and entertainment hubs. Yet, in recent years, America's tourism industry has been facing a significant decline, and the ripple effects are being felt across every sector of the economy. From high-end restaurants to everyday retail stores, the impact of this downturn is being felt by workers, business owners, and entire communities. But who exactly is paying the price for America's tourism decline? Let us start by looking at the most obvious sectors affected by the downturn in tourism. Restaurants and hospitality. In major cities like New York, Los Angeles, and Chicago, restaurants have long relied on international visitors to boost their revenue. Tourists seeking authentic experiences often spend lavishly on fine dining, gourmet meals, and unique culinary adventures. However, as international tourism begins to wane, the financial stability of restaurants has been put at risk. In some areas, restaurants that once thrived off the tourist trade are now seeing fewer customers, and their bottom lines are suffering. The decline in tourism has not just affected high-end luxury establishments, but also smaller, independent eateries. Many of these restaurants depend on tourists to help them break even or even make a profit during off-peak months. Without the steady influx of visitors, these businesses are facing harder times. In many cases, restaurants are cutting back on staff, reducing their hours, or even closing altogether. For smaller businesses in particular, it is becoming increasingly difficult to maintain profitability. When local populations are unable to make up for the loss of international customers, the impact on the restaurant industry isn't just about a lack of customers. It's about the trickle-down effect on employees. From chefs to waitstaff, tour guides to managers, workers are facing layoffs, reduced hours, and job insecurity. Those employed in the tourism-driven sectors of the hospitality industry are seeing their jobs at risk, as fewer international visitors mean fewer tips and lower wages. A significant portion of restaurant workers, especially in cities that rely on international tourists, depend on the higher spending of these visitors to supplement their income. Without these foreign dollars, the service industry is experiencing significant strain. The retail sector, particularly in cities with iconic shopping districts, is also paying the price. Cities like New York, Los Angeles, and Miami are home to some of the world's most renowned shopping streets, where international visitors spend large sums on luxury goods, designer clothing, and exclusive products. Retailers have long depended on these shoppers to drive their sales, but the recent decline in international tourism is hitting them hard. With fewer foreign visitors, stores that once depended on the influx of high-spending tourists are now scrambling to find new ways to drive revenue. Luxury retailers, in particular, are feeling the loss. Tourists who traveled from Europe, Asia, and Latin America often saved up their money to make big purchases while visiting the U.S. now. As fewer international visitors are making the trip, the luxury retail industry is seeing fewer high-ticket sales. These stores have been forced to adapt to the new reality, often offering deep discounts or revamping their business models in an attempt to appeal to domestic shoppers. But even with these adjustments, the loss of international spending is noticeable, and the sales figures speak for themselves. However, it's not just high-end luxury stores that are feeling the pinch. Even chain stores that cater to middle-income tourists are seeing a decrease in sales as well. Many of these stores, from clothing retailers to souvenir shops, depend heavily on the large volume of tourists that visit U.S. cities annually. Without the steady stream of international customers, these businesses are struggling to maintain sales, and some have had to adjust their inventory or scale back their operations. For smaller family-owned businesses that rely heavily on the tourism economy, the decline in tourism has been devastating. Beyond the direct impact on restaurants and retail, other sectors of the economy are feeling the effects as well. Hotels, for example, have been hit hard by the decline in international visitors. Major cities that once hosted thousands of tourists daily are now seeing their hotel occupancy rates drop. Without the steady flow of international travelers, hotels are struggling to fill rooms, especially in regions that were previously popular tourist hotspots. This has led to a reduction in staff, with hotel workers facing layoffs or job cuts as businesses look for ways to lower their operating costs. The broader hospitality industry, which encompasses everything from airlines to car rental services, is also seeing a significant slowdown. As international tourists stay away, airlines are reducing their flights to and from the U.S., further affecting the travel industry. Car rental agencies are seeing fewer tourists renting vehicles, and tour operators are reporting decreased demand for guided excursions. In short, the decline in tourism is hitting nearly every aspect of the hospitality industry, from the airports to the tour buses. One of the most worrying aspects of the tourism decline is the long-term economic impact. Tourism-related industries contribute a significant portion of tax revenue for local and state governments. When the tourism economy takes a hit, the tax revenue that sustains cities and counties across the U.S. declines as well. This can lead to cuts in public services, less funding for infrastructure projects, and decreased support for local businesses. Essentially, when tourism declines, it's not just the businesses that are affected, entire communities suffer. Additionally, tourism is an essential driver of job creation. The tourism industry is one of the largest employers in the U.S., providing millions of jobs across various sectors, including hospitality, retail, and entertainment. As fewer international visitors come to the U.S., businesses are forced to lay off workers, reduce their hours, or freeze hiring. This puts additional strain on communities, particularly in tourist-heavy regions, where a significant portion of the population is employed in the service industry. The loss of these jobs can lead to higher unemployment rates and more people relying on government assistance, further straining local economies. But the impact of the tourism decline isn't confined to the big cities. Rural areas that have depended on tourism for economic stability are also suffering. Small towns and rural destinations often rely on the influx of visitors during peak seasons to support local businesses. As international tourism drops, these areas are seeing fewer visitors, which results in a decrease in spending at local shops, restaurants, and attractions. For these rural communities, the decline in tourism can be even more devastating, as they have fewer resources and support systems to withstand the loss of income. Moreover, the decline in tourism has a ripple effect on the broader cultural landscape. Many U.S. cities have long prided themselves on their cultural and historical attractions, from museums and galleries to music festivals and iconic landmarks. Tourism has played a key role in preserving and promoting American culture. With fewer tourists visiting these cultural sites, it becomes harder for organizations to generate the funds necessary to maintain or expand these offerings. Without the revenue generated from tourists, many museums, historic sites, and cultural centers may face tough decisions about whether they can continue operating or if they will have to close their doors. The tourism sector's decline also leads to a shift in how destinations are marketed. As cities and states feel the effects of reduced tourism, marketing efforts have had to pivot. Local tourism boards are now focusing more on domestic tourism, encouraging residents to visit attractions closer to home. While this strategy has some success, it is not a perfect solution. Domestic travelers tend to spend less per visit than international tourists, and they may not fill the gaps left by the loss of international visitors. The challenge, then, is to rebuild the tourism industry in a way that is sustainable and adaptable to the changing realities of the global travel landscape. The U.S. needs to find ways to make itself more attractive to international tourists once again. This could involve improving infrastructure, lowering travel costs, enhancing the traveler experience, and fostering a more welcoming and stable environment. Additionally, the U.S. may need to rethink its approach to tourism marketing, focusing on both attracting international visitors and ensuring that local businesses in rural and urban areas are resilient in the face of future challenges. For the restaurants, retailers, and hospitality workers facing the brunt of the tourism decline, the future remains uncertain. While it's difficult to predict exactly when tourism will recover, there is hope that by adjusting business strategies, improving customer experiences, and diversifying offerings, these sectors can survive the downturn. In the end, America's tourism decline is not just a problem for tourists. It's a problem for the millions of workers who rely on the industry for their livelihoods, the cities that depend on its economic contribution, and the country as a whole. Rebuilding the tourism industry will take time, but with effort and innovation, it is possible to revitalize the U.S. as a leading global destination.